What's up, family? This is the case of Tyree Nichols, a black man murdered in the streets of Memphis, Tennessee by 5 black police officers who are now former police officers after being indicted on charges that include murder and kidnapping. Fam, they did him bad, man. This is bad. How anyone could do a human being like this is beyond me. These uncivilized mutts must be put down. They have to be brought to heel. I'm going to give you the names of these uncivilized mutts and show you their faces, so that if you were ever to come across them for any reason, you make sure you are prepared to do what you got to do. Also, I want to make sure that the people in the correctional facilities that they're going to end up in doing time get a good look at them, just in case they want to have a man-to-man discussion. The former officers include Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justice Smith, Emmett Martin, and Desmond Mills. They've all been charged with second-degree murder, aggravated assault, 2 charges of aggravated kidnapping, 2 charges of official misconduct, and 1 charge of official oppression. Second-degree murder in Tennessee is defined as a knowing killing of another and is considered a Class A felony, punishable by between 15 to 60 years in prison. Let's hope they qualify for every second. Man, that's cold. Here's the backstory, fam. Tyree was allegedly pulled over for a traffic violation. They said he was driving erratically. They get him out of the car. You know how they do, fam. They attacked him. Pepper sprayed him. Dude takes off running. Now they're really offended. They give chase and they just go off on him. Just hit him with everything they have. One officer bragged about hitting him with haymakers. Okay, so the dude pleaded for his life. They asked the dude to put his hands behind his back while he was being restrained by other officers. They were holding his hands. So tell me, fam, how do you move your hands if at the same time you're being held down by other officers? See, this is one of the things that they do. They start yelling commands and they confuse people. They, put your hands behind your back. Goddamn, I can't move my hands. Y'all holding my damn hands. Turn over. They standing on your neck. They got a knee on your neck, but you can't turn over. You can't put your hands behind your back. They have taken away your ability to be mobile. Anyway, fam, they beat the dude to death. Well, he died 3 days later. They took him to the hospital. That's where he died. According to authorities, the case is being investigated. The paramedics who showed up are also allegedly being investigated. The chief of police says that the 5 officers violated company policy. They were hit with excessive use of force, failure to intervene, and failure to render aid. A blind man could see that all of that happened right there on the scene at that time. They did dude dirty. I mean, no compassion, no humanity whatsoever. These uncivilized mutts, they got to go. They got to go. And I tell you something else. They charged these guys less than 20 days after the incident. This should be used as a blueprint for holding police officers accountable when they commit such murderous acts. They should use this case as a blueprint. Like, whether you're black or white, every last one of them need to be handled the same way. Now, we know why these 5 guys got it so fast, but it shouldn't, arresting these fools and holding them accountable, punishing them, should not be determined by the color of their skin. It should be determined by the acts that they commit. Point blank, period. Attorney Ben Crump made a statement saying that these egregious acts that these guys committed was not who we are. I beg to differ. This is a culture. Police brutality, police murdering its citizens at will and getting off. It's a culture. Culture is defined as the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other group. You can't tell me that ain't what it is. This, fam, is worse than the George Floyd case because of the officers who are involved. These are black guys who are subject to the same brutality that they levied against Tyree. The same brutality that George Floyd and others fell victim to, simply because of the color of their skin. They can get it too. At any moment, they can get it. Their family members can be affected by that same type of act. For them to be put in a position of giving black people some type of hope that perhaps if we have our own in there, we won't have to worry about these type of things. You know, we always talk about how maybe we need black police officers protecting black neighborhoods. Well, that's what you got. And look what happened. This is why I say, fam, it's not just about black people. It's not just black and white, just putting black officers in the neighborhoods. Because when you leave that neighborhood, guess what? White boys gonna be waiting on you just like this. I'm talking about the racist ones, the ones that's got it on their mind. They're gonna be waiting just like this as soon as you cross that line. And they're gonna give you everything that you was not looking for. The black officers are gonna have those issues from time to time. We're gonna have to deal with these type of uncivilized mutts that are black. This is why the most important thing is accountability. It ain't black and white, it's accountability. Don't matter who they are. They got to be held accountable. There were black people in Memphis, Tennessee who trusted these uncivilized mutts, who put them in place, who felt comfortable with them being on the streets because of their blackness. And they used that blackness. They weaponized that blackness. They betrayed the people of Memphis. Not just black people, but all people that are in Memphis. Because if black people are being mistreated in Memphis, everybody else gonna have to pay for that. Whether it come down to therapy for trauma, whether it come down to somebody deciding that they're going to commit a crime or end up on drugs or whatever various reasons, various things that happen due to misuse and abuse and trauma. You dig what I'm saying? This is what people don't understand about when the police stretch their authority, when they abuse people. They don't understand like how deep this rabbit hole goes. They treated that man like he was nothing. But they found out quickly that he was something. He was somebody. Somebody's son, brother, father, friend, a human being. Family. The dude was an amateur photographer who loved to skateboard. And get this. He loved to watch the sun set over the woods and ponds. How harmful could this dude really be? The dude loved his mom's sesame seed chicken and greeted her and his stepfather when he came home. Anytime he'd walk through the door, he'd say, "Hello, parents." Sounds like a good dude to me. Sounds like a good dude to me. But aren't those the ones they always kill? Like, I'm not wishing bad, but you don't really hear them having these type of cases where they say drug dealer or gangbanger. It seems like they systematically pluck the ones out of society, out of our communities, who may be loved, who may have something going on in life, who doing something. Just seems like, it's always killing the kids, it's always a kid that just graduated, who's in college, just started a business, a loving father, hard worker. These are the ones that they kill. I don't know, fam. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But these cops, they thought this was just going to be another regular kill. They're no better than the gangbangers in the streets. They're killers. They are dangerous. Yet they get a pass because they got their uniform on. But they're no better than a regular gang-banging murderer, a jacker. They're no better. These uncivilized mutts got to go. They got to be held accountable. Every time I see these black cops get out of pocket, the ones who think that, they're special just because they have that uniform on, I cannot help but think of the prophetic words of the great Ice Cube. Black police showing off for the white cop. Even when massa is not around, the tap dancing, buck dancing Negro wants to reassure him that he's on the team and he can be trusted. R.I.P. Tyree Nichols. No more talk.